Hello YouTubers, Joe Kersey here on Friday, November 4th, 2016 at 14:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Now I had a very interesting exchange in the YouTube comments today. Which points out, and this is going to sound incredibly sexist, but I don't mean it that way, I really don't. Just the essential difference between men and women. Now this is a fellow who subscribes to me down in Atlanta, and I've sent him some stuff, and he sent me some stuff, and we've emailed back and forth, and I consider him a friend. And still do, obviously. But I'm mentioning this to make a point. Men will disagree with each other or misunderstand each other and then talk about it in a way that perhaps women do not. I'll say perhaps because it's been a while since I've heard two women engage in that sort of discussion, but when I was married, I will say that when my ex-wife disagreed with her friends and they disagreed with her, I mean, the tone of the conversation was considerably different. Now, admittedly, this was all done in written format, so perhaps I may be, obviously I'm probably making a couple of assumptions here. But he had left a comment about my, on my, my sort of quasi-satirical Republican plan for 2036 should be to, get the trailer park people to breed, so if Donald Trump is the new way of the world. And it's like all satire, there's always an essence of perhaps some truth to that. But I had led off the discussion by describing a particular very heavy woman dressed, how should we say, very incongruously, that I had seen in Wal-Mart that day. And I think, I don't know whether he took it wrongly or misconstrued that. But I was not attacking people that shop at Walmart. Hell, I shop at Walmart. That's basically the only place I shop at, except to buy my beer and wine. I love Walmart. I was delighted when they opened one right within driving distance here. So I wasn't disparaging folks that shop at Walmart. If I was disparaging anything, I was disparaging the kind of anybody can put on even cheap clothes. Clothes that aren't made with cotton or wool. Clothes that are made out of petroleum products. Anybody can put those on in such a way that they don't look grotesque. And that they don't go out in public looking deliberately grotesque. That was essentially my underlying point, which was sort of a prelude to something I thought was far more, sort of, funny in a reductio ad absurdum way. That of, getting the trailer park people to breed so the Republicans can have a shot in 2036. But, okay, so he made his point, and I responded. And I said, I think he slightly misunderstood. And then we got talking about how, he made a very good point. He said, trailer park people are lucky to have roofs over their head, and I absolutely agree. You know, fare is a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and food in your belly, and anything else is just extra. And I grew up that way. We didn't have much extra. The only extras we had were a number of magazine and newspaper subscriptions. You know, and my dad and I read every single one of them. That was, if there was a luxury, that was the luxury. You know, but I've mentioned this before. You know, one bathroom for 4 people, and all 4 people had to be in it at the same time in the morning, since most of my folks taught school, and my sister and I went to school. There's no such thing as privacy in a 2-bedroom house. You know, with 1 bathroom at 6 in the morning. There just isn't. We lived on a cistern and a well. The well wasn't all that good. We only had a bathtub. You know, we took one bath a week, and we shared the water. We never lacked for anything to eat. You know, but in terms of clothes, it wasn't until I was actually out of residency, you know, anesthesia and surgery residency, that I was able to afford to buy, you know, all cotton clothes, all wool clothes. Up until that time, I dressed like a clown. I hope I carried it on my bod better than the young woman that was sort of the genesis of my sarcasm in my reference video. But okay, I tried to explain that, and we went back and forth a bit, and it turns out it's the same sort of thing. You know, I said I hadn't had a vacation since 2001. I retired in 1991, but up until I could get some of my retirement money in it'd be 2011, I never had an income of over $30,000 a year, and $18,000 of that went for taxes. 10,000 of that 12 were real estate taxes. So as far as disposable income goes, we had food, you know, could pay for the power and the insurance and water and things like that. But you know, there wasn't any internet, there wasn't any cable TV, there wasn't any computer. There weren't any cell phones. I'm not griping, you know, it was not a bad way of life. But, you know, well, you know, it didn't degenerate, you know, since we're guys, it didn't degenerate into a, you know, mine's bigger than yours or yours is worse than mine sort of, you know, back and forth thing. We were just 2 friends having an exchange of opinions, you know. I don't think we fundamentally disagree about, you know, my attitude toward these folks, and I admit I do tend to come down hard on people that willingly present themselves to the world as fools. Oh, wait a minute. Now we're back to the election again. Well, anyway, I can only speculate as to how 2 women would have handled such a... I won't even characterize it as a disagreement. Just a misunderstanding of see, the thing, it's easy to misunderstand written remarks because you don't get a sense of the tone of the person, and the tone is very important, but it's almost impossible to convey in a short written exchange. So that's sort of what happened today. On that note, I'm going to say bye-bye YouTube.